Welcome to Digital Media University with Kevin Duggan.
So I'm here at PIXLR image editor, and I'm just going to go over some of the tools you can use here. I'm creating a new image, and it's giving me 800 by 600 pixel for a size. So I'm just going to say OK. I can change that if I want to by using the sliders. So the first thing I'm going to do is try out some of these tools. See, you have a cropping tool up top. You have a selection tool, You have your brush tools, gradient tool, cloning tool. A lot of the same tools you'd find in Photoshop. That's really a great piece of software somebody developed. So I'll just go and change the color, the complete color first. So I've changed the color down here. Have the paint bucket selected. So say I wanted to make this image smaller, I'd go to the cloning tool, crop tool rather. Select my size, although you're not going to see it. So now I've just, if I wanted to eliminate some of the picture, say they were people I wanted to put out. Here's a text tool right here. So red on red isn't going to work all that great. Let's go with white. Here's your size, your style, whether it's italic, and your color. So one thing you notice is you have a layers palette over here, and this is really important. So what you have is it's really important for editing, because you have this layer, the text layer, which you can see by the icon, above the background. So if I move the text layer, it means that the background doesn't move with it. So say I'm going to go and put another layer of text on. Change the color. See, you have two layers, and here's your move tool. Whenever you want to move something, you have move tools right up here at the top of the tool palette. So now when I grab this, I can move that. If these were on the same layer, when I moved one, both of them would move. So the other options you have here, if you look on the layers palette, down the bottom, you have a opacity. And you have all these modes too, which I'm not going to get into. But this is the same thing as Photoshop, except they do have a little bit more in the way of modes. So if I grab this text and I want to make a copy of it, I just grab it and pull it down to this icon, and I'll get a copy of it. This icon. If I pull it down to this icon, I can trash the layer, and it's gone. So here's a pencil tool. All these, see, if I'm going to use the pencil tool, I'm going to have to be on the background. So you always have to be on the right layer. And it's red. A red on red is not going to work. And you see, when you go up top for any tool you're using, you're going to have your fine-tuning. Here's my size. 4 pixel width. I have an opacity setting. So brush tool will be a little bit similar. But what you have here is you have like an airbrush style. So you can adjust that by going up top too. And you see the icon shows that it's a airbrush with a concentrated center and, you know, dissipating as it goes out. So by clicking on that circle, you get your choice of, if you had some type of a reason to use you might use that for a logo. You had some reason to use this type of a brush. So there's different types of brushes you can use. Now the other thing that's really important here is being able to use the cloning tool, which is right here, because that's going to allow you to duplicate things. So say I wanted to duplicate this. I'm on the background layer. So say I want to duplicate this. I'm on a Mac, so what I do is I press down the Apple key. It's probably Control or Command on a PC. Click right dead center. Now wherever I start, it reproduces that. So when you see those funny pictures on online of somebody with, you know, their eyes are they have three mouths, you know, you can do things like that. Or if you wanted to replicate a shading area from one part of the picture to the other. So here's your rectangular tool. And you see up top, you have your icons for circle, rounded edges. So this is good, you know, for making a panel. And there's a whole bunch of fine-tuning things. Here's your color eyedropper. If you want to go and say you had a color of a font or something you wanted to find again, you just use the eyedropper, go over and click on whatever the color was. And you'll be able to replicate it. And there's a lot of other tools here, which I'm not going to go over now. So also the gradient. Do the gradient too. So back to the background layer. So I look up here at my gradient. I have all these as choices. Say I wanted to use this. It's almost looks like a beach type, you know, sky to sand. I click, pull, and let go. And that's what I get. So by holding the shift button down, and when I pull, it should be coming straight, but I see it's not on this one. So again, if I want to go in and I want to edit this for any color, all I have to do, see I'm here at the white, is go. There's my white right there. Say I want to hit this blue. I just used the eyedropper automatically shows up. Say OK, and I've just changed the gradient. So now I come back here and try it out. So you have all kinds of things you can do with this as far as you know, making yourself a logo or a header for your header area for your graphic for your web page. It's a great piece of software. So that's it for me. Hope you enjoyed this. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks for tuning in. Any questions about this program can be addressed to Kevin at digitalmediauniversity.us.